want to talk about something that most language teachers hate. Google Translate. Why do we hate Google Translate? Let me tell you. We hate Google Translate because Google Translate sometimes makes our students think that they don't have to learn a language. They can just pull up a website called Google Translate and have that website do the work for them. And why do my Spanish homework if I can do Google Translate? Let's have an honest conversation about Google Translate, okay? Here's what I want you to know. Google Translate is actually a really good tool to use. It's true. It's true. Google Translate is actually, there's a lot of value there. I use Google Translate somewhere between a lot and sometimes. I use Google Translate. I use Google Translate. I can say that. Google Translate is actually a very valuable tool that I encourage you to use. I want you to use it well, though. So let me give you a couple of suggestions on how to make the most out of Google Translate and how to not make some pretty unnecessary Google Translate errors. All right? Personally, I use Google Translate from time to time when I want to make sure that I'm saying something correctly, because sometimes Spanish grammar gets confusing in my mind and I need to verify something, and Google Translate's a really great way for me to verify that. If I'm writing something and I want to check and make sure that this grammatically makes sense, that what I'm saying isn't just like an English word-for-word translation of what I want to say, I'll check with Google Translate and see if it agrees with what I said. Other ways that I encourage you to use Google Translate is to expand your vocabulary. If you want to talk about something and you don't have the word for it, by all means, look the word up. Look it up. But I actually would encourage you to use not just Google Translate. Google Translate can be one of the tools that you use, but I also want to introduce you to Word Reference. WordReference.com is a very dear friend of mine. WordReference.com is amazing, okay? So let me kind of show you some of the glitches with Google Translate and how WordReference.com can help you overcome some of those things as you seek to expand your vocabulary. Here I am on Google Translate. I'm going to type in paper jam into the English, paper jam, like when paper gets stuck in the printer, and it says it's mermelada de papel in Spanish. I'm going to leave Google Translate and go to my Word Reference app that I have on my phone. It's also a website. And I put in jam, and that first entry says that jam is mermelada, but that's a food, a fruit. So I'm thinking it's like jelly. As I scroll down, I'm looking for something about paper, and there it is. It says paper jam, paper stuck in a machine. So that's what I'm looking for, atasco. So a paper jam is an atasco de papel, not mermelada de papel. So more often than not, I suggest a combination of WordReference.com and Google Translate together to help you make sure that the words that you're looking up are accurate, and to help you make sure that the words that you're looking up are actually appropriate in that context, that you're not talking about jelly when you want to be talking about when paper gets stuck in a printer. So be careful, because just in English, we have a lot of words that have multiple meanings. That can happen in Spanish as well. So Google Translate and wordreference.com will not take the place of you actually being able to communicate with somebody, because if you're having a conversation, it does make things really cumbersome if you have to pull out your phone constantly and look up words. You want to get to the point, end goal, to be able to communicate without relying on it. That's what I would like for you. But in these stages of learning, if Google Translate and word reference is heavily leaned on from time to time during conversation with people, or if as you're wanting to write something, you need more vocabulary, use it. Use the tools and the technology that you have with the goal of being able to be independent of it eventually, but why not use it now? Use it with wisdom. Make sure that you are double checking between multiple different references, Google Translate and word reference. And there's others as well that are very good. Diccionario Real Academia Español is another good Spanish dictionary. There's lots of different ones. Use them to help you extend your vocabulary and use it. Just remember that it's a tool, not